behind the now presumptive Democratic nominee.
Joining us now to talk more about that, along with the anticipated vice presidential pick by Donald Trump, is Kathleen Murphy of the Illinois Opportunity Project and Tom Seraphin, CEO of Seraphin and Associates. So want to start with the Democrats. Let's talk about Bernie Sanders backing Hillary Clinton. How big of a deal is this, and do you think that Sanders supporters will right away jump behind Clinton?
Well, it's a big deal for Hillary. She wanted to get that behind her. A little late for Bernie. Senator Elizabeth Warren and President Obama came out with great endorsements. They carry a lot of that Bernie vote. I think she's going to end up with 85% of it. Currently, it's probably around 65-70% of that vote is with her. Elizabeth Warren and the president are carrying the Bernie vote. Bernie was kind of, it took 45 minutes for him to endorse her after speaking about himself. So he's a little bit of a curmudgeon.
Because he knows the power that he has right there. Look at that rally. Almost turned into a Bernie Sanders rally yesterday. And Hillary was so excited yesterday. The mic kind of opened. And we heard her say, "Thank you so much, Bernie. This means the world to me." She knows she needs Bernie.
Right, right. But Elizabeth Warren has been carrying that water for her.
Yeah. Let's hear from you, Catherine, on this one. What do you think about what happened at the rally yesterday and how big this is?
It's important for Hillary Clinton to get Bernie Sanders' support and bring his supporters behind her. There's still a lot of mistrust about Hillary Clinton in her own party. Bernie Sanders really tapped into that during the primary. So this is a start for her. I think it was an important step, though.
And important yesterday in Indianapolis, are you that Donald Trump didn't make yesterday introducing Governor Mike Pence there as his vice presidential candidate? Do you think he needs to go with someone with the same kind of conservative backgrounds to represent the Republican Party, the Republicans who do not support Trump?
It's an important decision. There's a lot at stake for the nation right now. ISIS is on American soil. We have $19 trillion in debt. Race relations are at an all-time, tensions are at an all-time high. This is an important decision. It's important to get the timing right. I think that he is waiting for the opportune moment to announce it. I was surprised that he didn't do it last night, but Mike Pence is a great choice. He's also looking at Newt Gingrich, who is a great choice. So he does need the conservatives behind him. Trump is not a conservative. He's a populist. He needs somebody who can bring home the base of the party.
And Tom, let's talk about this decision by Donald Trump not to speak at the NAACP convention. It's the same week as the Republican National Convention, but we do know that Mitt Romney spoke back in 2012. Do you think that that's going to hurt him, and why make that choice not to speak there?
I don't think it's going to hurt him. I think he's had a very good 3 or 4 weeks. He's been more conservative, more sanguine in his speaking, more controlled, substantive-oriented. I mean, if you take a look at what happened in the last week, Hillary Clinton was up by 11 points in some national polls. Today, the polls are coming out. He's up by 2 in Pennsylvania, up by 3 in Florida, and he's tied in Ohio. If a Republican needs to win this presidential race, they always need Ohio and Florida. He's winning there right now. My goodness, I said last week when we were on the set that this race wasn't over. I thought it was going to tighten up, but I thought it was going to be Labor Day before it tightened up. I mean, he's got some momentum. I mean, this email crisis, the FBI director's comments about her really hurt her candidacy.
And I got to ask you before we go, we're out of time, but I got to ask you about Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. What is the deal with that one and the comments from Donald Trump?
Well, if you read the New York Times editorial this morning, they criticize Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That's a Democratic newspaper. They support the Supreme Court. They support Hillary Clinton, but they go after her this morning and say, you can't do this if you're a member of the Supreme Court. Now she puts herself in jeopardy of having to recuse herself from any administration decisions if he is the president. It's an extraordinary moment in the Supreme Court's history.
Kathleen and Tom, thank you so much for joining us.